Hey guys, Richard here, not in Ryden's room, outside. Basically got the clothes drying on the inside because it's been raining pretty all day, although now it's really good, you never know. So yeah, my clothes basket makes a great stand for the mobiles. So here we go. So we haven't done these for a while because I thought I better get it done because I'm actually quite far ahead. So totally irrelevant to the video, but at the recent moment I'm reading Hand of Abaddon, the 8th in the Dawn of Fire series. So book 9 has just come out. I've asked that for my birthday, so about a month's time. So that should easily be done by then. I'm about, over a third through it. So yeah, along with the other books I've got, currently going for the Hunger Games books. I should really review them. Just as many Star Wars books as always. Yeah, I easily get there. The sheer amount of Warhammer books I bought recently. To keep announcing them, I've got 2 pre-ordered. One I will be ordering when it comes out, when it comes available rather. Lords of Silence, featuring the Death Guard, which a lot of people say is the best Warhammer book of all. Chris Ray, the author who is writing the next part 1 of the next series. So, see, this is 40k. They had a 30k series during the Horus Heresy, and it's the Scouring. Like, basically, the good guys win, and they set off to wipe out all the surviving traitor forces. So I'm looking forward to that series. I saw that earlier. That was announced, but one later this year. So yeah, and then 2 other books like anthology / stories I've got reserved. So, oh, my ferret's trying to climb up and get onto the table. Maybe he wants the beer. Right then, so let's do it. So, pointless video, might as well drag out because it's going to be exceptionally short. I don't want to make it a 1 minute reel. The Crystal Star by Star Wars. So, I was generally reading these in release order. So, Tales of the Bounty Hunter Wars, then the Tales of books from Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Tales from Jabba's Palace. Like, there's 5 of them. I was meant to read all of those first, then it was the Callister trilogy, then Crystal Star, but after I ended up reading the Tales of books, basically, this is at home this weekend, so I can read it, but generally I've been leaving this at work, so I don't damage it in my bag. That's to be done, to read from home while my not to damage, so I must leave at work books are at work. That's how I've been, so I thought I'd just read the Tales of books that way. Got Tales of the Bounty Hunters done. Currently on the next one, but yeah, finished this one, Tales from Jabba's Palace recently. But yeah, I just thought I'm clearly not following the in-order rule at all. Plus, I didn't want to read Callister Trilogy, 2 one-offs, and then Black Fleet Crisis. I just thought, it's Callister Trilogy, New Rebellion, then Black Fleet Crisis, but I wanted to read one. I don't want to jump straight into trilogy, and I just thought, I've got to find out, is this book as bad as they say? So, to be honest, yeah. I was certainly skimming parts of the book. It really, God, it looks so dark in here. I've got a power soul up, but it shouldn't be as dark, because it's like not even 8 o'clock, and it should be it is really bright as the light up there shows, but what can you do? Yeah, so I thought I'd just finally give this a go, and god, yeah, it sucked. So, positives, it's not the longest book ever, it's actually pretty damn short. This isn't like the insanity of Invincible from Legacy 9 being way too short. This is 352 pages, which is good length. Yeah, I was definitely not skipping through, but kind of in and out and reading some, and yeah, kind of quite bored. Yeah, 2 out of 5 I gave it like on my Goodreads, so it's a 1 out of 10 easily. It's just overall pretty poor. So, plot is Leia children be kidnapped. All 3. Normally it's just Jason and Jaina in some of the books. This time it's Anakin as well. By people that basically plan to rebuild. Yeah, the Empire Reborn. They want to bring the Empire back. They got like some type of Force user who's like got limited Force powers, so his lightsaber won't activate. And it just so happens where he's based, Luke and Han are in the same area, and then there's the Crystal Star, which begins corrupting people and messing with your heads. So, bit backstory on Han. She doesn't look out from a Solo film, but you see a former girlfriend of Han Solo, which is quite cool. Because obviously, Callister Trilogy is the same sort of thing before Luke's eventual long-term girlfriend. Shouldn't really be a spoiler, but let's say it's a spoiler, so I won't tell you, but anyone watching it would know who that is. So yes, let's not forget, Han's easily at least 10 years older than Luke and Leia. Luke and Leia are 19 in A New Hope. Why is it always 19? Why not? I'm saying Anakin and Phantom is 9, why not 20? But yeah, they're 19, Han is quite clearly in his 30s, so let's just say, so it's not too extreme an age difference, he's 29. He's 10 years older, that's a long time, so Han's had a life, so yeah, he's had a person in the main character in this is his ex-girlfriend. It's nice that Han doesn't try and like lie about that. He's like, yeah, I loved her, but we're not together anymore. Now I love Leia. It's not the same. And yeah, Luke starts becoming corrupted by the power of the Crystal Star, and is basically going to die. It kind of ends up being Leia, Han, they save Luke from its effects. They leave, and that's pretty much it. I was really like zoning out during some of it. So there were good moments, but yeah, Jaina and Jason are 5, Anakin's 3. Jaina, also I don't remember what it was like being a 5-year-old, but I'm sure I was nowhere near as mature as Jaina comes across. No, it's not that girls are more mature than boys. At 5, that is not the case at all. But yeah, I feel like she's written by someone who's more like at least 10. Or hell, let's say Lisa Simpson 8. So that's a bit odd. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's definitely one of the weakest Star Wars books, and if you want to read it just to see, is it as bad as they say? Yes. Is it my least favourite Star Wars book of all time? No. And that's why I keep finding ways to drag this video out, but for good reason. So, it's like The Simpsons. Obviously, everyone knows The Simpsons has gone to hell, a long time ago. The glory years. People say series 3 to 8, but I say it's not giving enough credit to series 2. Rewatching all those episodes. The golden year begins with 2. 1 is this experiment, where they're trying to work out what its show is, and series 2 just knocks out the parks from the very first episode. Yeah, and then series 9 is where the crack show. There's a lot of great in there, but there's a lot of bad. Series 10, it's getting really bad. The problems from series 9 and full force. And then series 11, despite some gems like the Tamako episode, the Halloween one, it's generally where there's more bad than good, e.g. the Mel Gibson episode. And to me, there's 2 types of Simpsons episodes. Ones that are just bad because they're boring, e.g. the Da Vinci Code episode, the Groundskeeper Willie becoming a gentleman episode. And then there's just the offensively bad and things make you want to just lose it. Like, let's say Free Gays Lacondo is a terrible example of Simpsons that is very, very worse. And yeah, I'm not gay, but I know a gay person who does find it highly offensive, that episode. And yeah, there's that. There's The Boys of Bummer, which goes way too far in the idea of people being obsessed with Little League matches, the point where they apparently force Bart to try killing himself. And then there's episode like Mel Gibson where it's just a giant, as this blog I used to read, Me Blog Right Good, called it basically a giant blowjob for Mel Gibson. When it's just so bad that you just feel this is all like, best example of what I find a massively offensive Simpsons episode. It's the Millhouse of Sand and Fog, where basically Millhouse and Spencer decide to get back together, so throwing out the last bit of long-term changes that was made to series 8. And Millhouse decides it's good at first until he stops getting the attention he got from when he had single parents and tries to split them up. And I got to say, I'm not going into my history on the channel, but let's just say I find that extremely offensive that Millhouse would ever do something like that. So yeah, there's offensively bad and just bad. Now, this is just bad. Offensively bad. Obviously, there's nothing in Star Wars that quite replicates my childhood. But just how the type of story it tells, the damage it did to certain characters, and yeah, Republic Commando books. Not the first 2. Hell, I can give some slack for the 3rd one, but Order 66 and Imperial Commando 1, where it just becomes so anti-Jedi for no reason. I've got no issue seeing clones not get along well with the Jedi. Some Jedi aren't going to be as nice as the likes of Obi-Wan and Yoda, Anakin, wanting to help Shakti, and the CGI Clone Wars is a really good example. They're not, not every Jedi is going to be as kind as those 4, but the majority of the Jedi were, and the clones generally got on until the clones gunned them down without any hesitation. On one book, they question whether the order was genuine or not, and that the death sentence, the whole order, makes no sense. But yeah, no books ever describe the clones as hating the Jedi, or the Jedi treating them like shit. Yeah, some Jedi probably did treat them as expendable. Think Pong Krell in the Clone Wars series. Massively recommend that. The Umbara arc, it's really, really good. But yeah, Count Travis basically decides that all the Jedi are just awful, they're absolutely terrible people. The Sith are better by extension, and yeah, the logic is Palpatine's a Sith Lord. He set the whole thing up. He's basically created an army of millions and hundreds of millions to die for him. But the Jedi are worse because they turned a blind eye to where the clones came from. Stuff like that. So yeah, Count Travis is just, and even one of the clones says, I don't know why Cody worships Obi-Wan so much. Kenobi is just a glorified attention seeker. It's like, what the hell are you talking about, bitch? Seriously, yeah, that's to me, those books are the worst. And Order 66 doesn't go into any conflict the clones might have about the Order whatsoever, like you'd expect them to. Not to mention, this is before the brainwashing ship existed, so the clones had their choice and chose the wrong choice, which I always thought was much sadder than them being brainwashed. But yeah, for Count Travis just to treat the Jedi like complete garbage. Legacy of Force, I do not like that series at all, but it's completely insane that Jaina needs Mandalorian training. The Mandalorian are treated as gods, to the point that they could have killed Darth Caedus, and they don't, because Darth Caedus is Jaina's kill. Although thankfully Troy Denning, despite my dislike of him, turned that round by having Darth Caedus massacre all the commandos really, really easily for Mandalorian commandos. So yeah, payback for Count Travis fine. But stuff like that, this isn't the worst Star Wars book I've read. It's one of the most boring, uninteresting books, but it doesn't do anything terrible that damages Star Wars, e.g. the Jedi that becomes Darth Caedus, the damage that does to him, his legacy, his family, all of that. There's nothing like this in here, thank God. So, yeah, Legacy of the Force, I'll go with Revelation, Sacrifice, and even the first one, not Bloodlines, Betrayal, and of course Invincible, but those are offensively bad Star Wars books. This is just a flat out bad Star Wars book. Not that I recommend it, but if you read it, if it's the odd one out that you've not read, give it a go, see what you think. But that is it. So I'll be back with the next video. I'm actually going to record it as soon as this one is done. But yeah, that will be for Tales from Jabba's Palace, because I'm on Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina. So I better get this done before I forget too much. Let's say this is a much, much better book. But yeah, till then, so I hope you enjoyed the vid, and until next time.